How's it going, everybody? It's Sean here, back today to give you guys an early look at the upcoming Adidas ZX 1000 in the cream white and core black colorway. This marks the first retro of the ZX or ZX 1000, which initially released back in 1989. And this shoe is the debut pair in Adidas's A to ZX collection. In this collection, they're releasing 26 different tributes to the Adidas ZX line, and it goes through the alphabet with every release corresponding to a letter. So for this one, this is represented by the letter R for retro. And before we go on any further, I did want to give a huge shout out over to Adidas Canada for sending me over this pair early. This is set to drop this coming Friday, August 7th for a retail price of $100 or $130 here in Canada, and the official colorway for this shoe is cream white, core black, and chalk white. So taking a deep dive into the shoe, being that it released in the late 80s, it has a very retro vibe to it. Starting things off with the toe box, here we have this nylon construction, which is done in this bright blue color, and we have this vertical stitching running down the length of the toe box. Surrounding the outer edge of the toe box, we have this cream colored synthetic suede, which feels a bit like felt to the touch. This suede runs along the center of the shoe where the eyelets are as well, and then underneath this, we have this off-white or cream colored nylon, and then stitched on top of this, we have the Adidas 3 stripes, done in a combination of that bright blue and black. Below this, we have this hit of black synthetic suede, and we have that torsion logo pressed on top in a combination of black and blue. Hugging the back heel of the sneaker, we have this cream colored synthetic suede once again, and that black suede that we just saw, this wraps around the back as well. We have the Adidas word mark pressed on top in that bright blue colored nylon, again with that vertical stripe pattern. For the laces, these come with a flat style lace done in an off-white or cream color, and we also have this neon green colored lace lock at the very bottom with Adidas torsion branding. Underneath the laces, we have this off-white or cream colored nylon tongue, and at the very top, we have this very vintage looking Adidas tag, which is done in a combination of black and that bright blue color once again. On the interior side of the tongue, we have Adidas torsion branding along with the name of the sneaker, ZX or ZX 1000C. Taking out the insoles, these come with a off-white or cream colored insole, and we have this graphic of the heel cushioning system pressed on the heel. The upper of the shoe sits atop this full-length EVA foam midsole. This is intentionally done in this dark cream color, which gives it a very retro and very vintage vibe to it. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your outsole, which is primarily done in black colored rubber. We have these hits of blue on the lateral side of the forefoot and the medial side of the heel. And running down the middle, we have the Adidas torsion bar, which is what gives the shoe that lightweight support and midfoot rigidity that the torsion line is known for. So that covers the appearance of the shoe. In terms of how they fit, I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and Adidas Canada sent me these in a size 10. Generally speaking, I'd say that they fit pretty true to size, but they're slightly on the snug side. So for me, because of my wider feet, I felt like it was a little bit snug around the midfoot area, and it sometimes felt like it was squeezing in the sides of my feet a little bit. So if you have narrow or normal width feet, true to size is going to be perfectly fine, but if you have really wide feet, then you might want to consider going up a half size. For comparison's sake, I'd say that they run very similarly to my ZX or ZX 8000s, but they're just a little bit more snug around this middle area right here. Next up, in terms of comfort, so overall these are a pretty comfortable shoe. It's pretty lightweight in hand, and while there's not much from a technological advancement standpoint, it's just standard EVA foam, but it pretty much does the job. For a casual use sneaker, it's going to be perfectly fine, and I had no complaints from that respect. So in terms of the materials used, nothing special, it's pretty standard. The suede that they use is advertised as synthetic, and you can tell that it is so, but for a low price point of $100 US or $130 Canadian, you can't really complain. And then in terms of how the actual shoe was constructed, it was perfectly fine in my books. I had no issues. So with all that being said now, let's lace up these ZX or ZX 1000s, and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. When I look at this shoe, it screams nostalgia. And it makes sense because this is represented by the letter R for retro, and it's pretty dope that they're retroing the ZX 1000 for the first time since they initially released. I know there's a ton of Adidas fans out there that are super excited to grab this pair. And honestly, even though I'm not the most hardcore ZX fan out there, I can really appreciate the history and the design behind this sneaker. This is definitely something I'm gonna be keeping for my collection, and I'm sure I'll be getting a ton of wear throughout the year. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Adidas ZX or ZX 1000. Personally, I'm very excited to see the rest of the releases in the A to ZX collection, and if this release is any indication, it's gonna be pretty solid. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esgo8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. Before I end this video, again, a huge shout out goes out over to Adidas Canada for sending me over this pair. And until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.